Welcome back to Land Shark's Garage. Hey everybody, sometimes you have to admit defeat, and that's what we did with our box sides. We used structural adhesive to panel bond these pieces on, and this is the only one that we feel that is going to be, we're going to be able to, you know, get enough putty and stuff to make it not look hideous. So I took off the panel adhesives. They'll tell you can't do it, but it comes off. I didn't feel like I should subject you guys to 15 hours of me beating and whining on it, but we did it on all the panels. I'm going to go ahead and put new panels on. I wasn't able to salvage the old panels. The only one I was able to salvage was my gas filler, because I've got dual tanks, and the box sides that I had only would come from a single tank vehicle, so I was able to salvage that one. I'll cut a new panel here after I get rid of all the panel adhesive that's left over. That's a long process, not really 15 hours, but between me grinding that stuff off and Jake trying to catch all the grinds, it's been interesting this morning at least. So what I did here was use my panel flanger and flanged a spot and cut this so it'll drop in to the panel, and then I'll weld it in. I could still use the panel adhesive that we used before also. I have no problem with the panel adhesive. We got a little bad information on how that worked. Probably not bad information. I probably just wasn't listening to how the guy that used it told me he used it. After talking with him, they always put a flange to drop that panel into when they do the panel adhesive, and I guess I'm more comfortable welding in panels than panel adhesive right now, so we'll see after this one how that's all going to play out. But that's what we're working on today. Both box sides, balmy 89 degrees right now, 11 o'clock in the morning, so it's you're gonna be hearing fans running a lot. Probably won't hear a lot of me talking. Be doing some grinding and welding, and probably hollering at Jake a little bit. That seems to be mandatory. Must have found a fly or something. Jake, what are you doing? So stay tuned. So I use my panel flanger to do the panel flange, in case you're wondering. It's got a hole punch in the back of it, so I punched some holes so I could do my tack on my tack welds. That's what I'm going to do first. And then we're just going to buzzer in. Leave the rest of it up to the mudding team. That's Mrs. Land Shark, the mudding team. So this is how this looks when it's all finished up. Just do the body work around it. Start on this other one over here now. So I went ahead and marked out my lines where I want my flange to run. I'm going to flange this one and tack it in just like I did the other one. I went ahead and got this one further up in the belt line so that that weld, that seam right there will be hidden by the trim that will go back on. It just makes it a little easier on the body work process. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. So that was a little simpler using the old Hobart plasma cutter.